What is your all-time favorite Halloween candy? A lot of people say candy corn. Wait until you see what we're gonna make. It's a Rice Krispie treat shaped like candy corn. How much fun is that? So much fun. Start off by, well, making Rice Krispie treats. Melt 3 tablespoons of butter in a saucepan. And then to that you add 4 cups of mini marshmallows. I think it's just slightly less than a bag. That's a little annoying, isn't it? I mean, why not the whole bag, right? That's what, I mean, look, this is what's left. What do you think will happen to me if I use the rest? Is something bad gonna happen? Should I just follow the rules for once? For once, Sarah, follow the rules. Okay. While that's melting, you can measure out your Rice Krispies or any other kind of puffed rice cereal that you can find. So all told, you're gonna need 12 cups of marshmallows and 9 cups of puffed rice cereal. Puffed rice cereal. This whole thing is gonna be made in a loaf pan, a 9x5 loaf pan, which just needs to be sprayed with cooking spray. So I'm gonna spray it. It's now melted, and that's time for the Krispies to go in. Just pour them in. This is one of those things, it's so funny, like people make these all the time. I almost never make them. But when you do, people go crazy for them. That's it. I mean, if you call that making something. Pour it into your prepared pan. And then just make it into a nice, even layer. This is your first layer of 3 layers. And now I can move on to my second batch. The second batch is gonna be the orange batch. You can make it in the same pan. You might wanna rinse out the pan so that it doesn't get too sticky. For between these 2 batches, that's clean enough. The next time I'm gonna have to wash it a little bit better because otherwise the colors will blend. 3 more tablespoons of butter, 4 cups of the mini marshmallows. And then once this gets melted, that's when you add your orange zest and some food coloring in order to make the orange layer of the candy corn. 1 orange will be enough. You need about a tablespoon of orange zest. Stir your orange zest in. And as it's finishing its melting, you can tint it with some red food coloring, a couple drops, and a few drops of yellow, probably like 6 to 8 drops of yellow. And then your Rice Krispies go in. Same story. Different day. Well, hopefully not a different day. Same day. Just a few minutes later. Same story, different color. Put it on top. That pan is really, really full of Rice Krispie treats. It needs to be washed out before your next batch. So let it soak while you're pressing in this layer. You know how much I love washing dishes. Is there a way to make it less sticky? 1 more batch. 3 more tablespoons of butter. Zest a lemon. Make sure that you save your lemons and your oranges and your limes after you zest them to use for other stuff, but put them in the fridge because they have a tendency to go bad a lot more quickly without their protective skin on. I tried to speed it up before by turning up the heat, and I think that actually made it stick to the pan a lot more. So right now I have it on medium-high. No red this time because you want it to be yellow. I could use a little bit of patience. I could use a lesson in patience. All those years of yoga hasn't taught me a thing. This is it. It's done. It does actually need to set for at least 2 hours. It needs to completely cool, and then we're gonna cut it up and shape it into candy corns. It's gonna be fun. They have cooled. Make sure you run your knife around the edges because you need to turn them out of the pan. Always cut away from yourself. Always. Alrighty, then turn it out. Let's see if it turns out. Ta-da! Oh, wow. Then cut it into 10 slices. You'll see where I'm going very soon. Then you cut them in half again, and then you shape them into the candy corns. I recommend that you wear gloves for this because you're gonna be touching them a little bit. Look, they're candy corns. Aren't they cute? Takes a little bit of time, but it's kind of like playing with Play-Doh, which is why you have to wear the gloves, because you need to touch them kind of, you know, more than people normally touch food. So definitely wear gloves. Shape them all into your cute little candy corn shapes. They're great treats for the holidays, for a holiday party. Take off your gloves for serving. And hand them out at your next party and watch everybody swoon. And you won't have done very much of anything. And only you will know that.